Welcome to the ZyLab 1 online learning series, Assisted Review, Basic Concepts and Vocabulary. ZyLab 1 offers many powerful features. However, this session will focus on what is ZyLab Assisted Review, common ways to leverage assisted review, key terms to know, and measuring progress and stop conditions. At the conclusion of the session will be a brief knowledge assessment to evaluate your understanding of ZyLab 1 Assisted Review. ZyLab's Assisted Review module helps dramatically decrease document review time and cost, as well as significantly increase the quality of the review by automating the discovery of relevant documents. ZyLab's Assisted Review is a process where the system leverages human decisions on documents to find more relevant documents. How does it do this? ZyLab's Assisted Review uses the most advanced machine learning algorithms in combination with advanced search and statistical and semantic methods to represent the content of the document, making it possible to teach the system to recognize specific document categories. Simply put, ZyLab 1 will learn how to help you complete your review faster and more accurately than if you were to go it alone. ZyLab 1 supports all common TAR protocols and allows you to leverage different approaches depending on your needs. Let's take a look at some of the most common ways you can use ZyLab Assisted Review. In a priority review, the goal is to review all responsive documents in the dataset as efficiently as possible. The system will provide batches of documents that it has classified as responsive based on how it has been trained by the user to the given issues. Basically, the responsive documents get funneled to the top of the review queue. ZyLab will continue to provide batches of documents until no more responsive documents are found, at which time the review is complete. This approach is consistent with TAR 2.0 protocols. Standard assisted review, sometimes known as quick production, is similar to a traditional TAR 1.0 protocol approach. In this scenario, the intent is to continue to review and train the ZyLab system to identify responsive documents until it reaches an acceptable quality level based on recall and precision, so that the system can then classify all the remaining documents on its own. With an intelligent search method, the system looks for similar documents based on a predefined search query. This is commonly used when search terms or queries used for a collection are either too broad or too focused, or when you are not certain that the data set is relevant to the issues. Conceptual search leverages the ZyLab 1 topic model and is useful in investigations or situations where you don't know what you are looking for or need assistance in making sense of what the data set contains. Before using ZyLab 1 Assisted Review, it is important to understand some key terminology. A project is the term used to define the group of documents on which the assisted review will be conducted. A project could be based on all documents in a matter or on a subset of the data. Within a project, one or more issues can be created. Issues are topics on which the system will be trained. An issue can be as simple as relevant or not relevant, or something more specific to the legal matter, such as contract negotiations or contract breach. As you conduct your review, the system will continuously learn how to categorize documents based on the defined issues. A validation set is a subset of documents, usually 1 to 5% of the total population. These documents are separately tagged by a human reviewer, often a subject matter expert, and can be used to evaluate the richness or total number of relevant documents per issue and use this for initial recall estimations. For example, if 15 out of 100 documents are determined to be relevant, the projected richness would be 15%. In other words, the estimated amount of responsive documents would be 15% of the total data set. In addition, the validation set can be used to evaluate how well the model has been trained. A training batch is a selection of documents meant for human review. The reviewers tag the documents as responsive or not responsive for a defined issue, and the system will use this information to learn. With each training round, the system continues to learn and gets smarter at identifying documents which are responsive to an issue. Training rounds should continue until you have reached your goal, also known as a stop condition. Ranking is a relevant score indicating confidence that the document is responsive for a specific issue. The higher the score, ranging from 0.1 to 1.0, the higher the confidence that the document is responsive. With each training round, the relevant scores are recalculated and will improve with each subsequent round. In a priority review, the documents to be reviewed are ordered from most relevant or with the highest ranking to the least. If you wish to have the system complete the review for you, it will classify all documents above a defined relevancy score. ZyLab 1 Assisted Review can also classify documents automatically into conceptual categories using the topic model. Using topic modeling, you can find critical information when you are not sure what you are looking for. As you conduct your review, you may want to monitor your review progress, measure the quality of the machine learning, or, in the scenario where you are unable to review all the documents, determine when you can stop your manual review and let the system do the rest. Precision is the quality of the classifier's performance. In other words, how accurate is the system at determining whether or not a document is responsive for a particular issue. As the system learns with each training cycle, the precision should improve. Recall is the quantity of responsive documents found. As review progresses and more responsive documents are identified, this value should increase. If a recall goal has been defined in the project, once the goal is met, this may be a stop condition. Use the precision by recall graph to determine if the classifier is returning good results. This curve shows the trade-off between precision and recall, or quality and quantity. If this graph reaches a high precision, high recall level, or is not improving, this may be considered a stop condition. The gain curve shows how many documents have been reviewed and how many were responsive. The curve will flatten out when the results approach maximum efficiency. If the gain curve reaches a plateau, this may also be considered a stop condition. In a priority review, where the goal is to review all responsive documents, continue reviewing training batches until no more responsive documents are found. Usually, after multiple training batches without any responsive documents, it is an indication that there are very few responsive documents left in the matter. In a standard assisted review, the goal is to train the system until the quality reaches a satisfactory level based on the precision and recall, at which time the system can classify the remaining documents independently. It is important to remember that the stop conditions that you choose will be based on your goals for the review project or any agreements that may have been made, for example, during the meet and confer. The final step, regardless of the assisted review method used, is to conduct a final validation protocol to QC the review and demonstrate that the process was reasonable. More information on ZyLab Assisted Review can be found in the help icons within the application, additional training sessions, and at help.zylab.com. This concludes this session. Please complete the knowledge assessment after exiting.